I was born into a dysfunctional family. My parents seldom spoke to each other, and what they did is with anger and rancor. Every Monday morning, my dad would hand my mother a $10 bill and expect her to pay our household as well as her personal expenses. He just told her to do it, didn't want to be confused with the facts. And my docile mother found a way to do it. She did what she had to do and didn't make a fuss about it. My father emotionally abused my mother. He would push up his nose and accuse my mother of being stuck up. That was because her older sister Zelda was financially very well off. I was emotionally closer to my mother than to my father. We spent more time together. My school was only 2 blocks away from our apartment. I came home for lunch every day. My father kept the store open until 6 o'clock, except on Saturdays when he stayed open till 9 o'clock in order to accommodate his Catholic customers who need their clean clothes to attend church the next morning. On those nights my mother were together, she tried to teach me to dance. She was very frustrated that my father refused to learn. We also played Honeymoon Bridge, a 2-handed card game. As a youngster, I suffered from insomnia, thus heard my parents bickering in their close bedroom. My mother was chastising my dad for not having repaid the $2,000 my dad had borrowed from my grandmother in order to open up his own business. For some reason, he never talked back to my mother. I sometimes heard my dad washing his hands in the nearby bathroom. Only much later did I realize he was doing it after a sexual encounter with my mother. My dad had a strong sense of fair play. He was employed as a truck driver for the Michigan Cleaners, a wholesale dry cleaning plant owned by my mother's cousins. In 1930, when I was 7 years old, the truck drivers went on strike for higher wages. The owners hired Al Capone and his goons to break up the strike. My father could not accept that behavior, so quit his job and opened up his own one-man retail dry cleaning store. He refused to expand his business, apparently believing that if you wanted a job well done, you had to do it yourself. At age 62, my father was stricken by a brain tumor. For the next 5 years, my mother took care of him single-handedly. Only after he died did I realize that my father showed his love for me by spending all of his spare time with me, taking me to baseball and football games, to lectures, and to his mother's house on Sunday. I realized that too late to thank him. From today's perspective, at age 95, I realize that you never know what goes on behind closed doors.